Tamar Braxton. You know, we gotta keep it real about Tamar. Tamar has never really been a famous recording artist. She's just been well known through her sister. Monica, on the other hand, is a famous recording artist. She may not be that popular, but at one time, she was one of the most well-known R&B acts in the world. And when I see Tamar Braxton going after people like Monica, it just validates the claim that Tamar is only relevant through controversy, and it's only because she likes to go on the internet and talk about people, but she was given a platform through her sister Toni, who was actually the bigger star. And that's how she was able to come up. Otherwise, nobody would even know who she was. So I just want to talk about that briefly. So just sit back and enjoy it. Hey, what's going on, guys? It's your girl, Miss Little Cole, and I'm coming to you on this bright, sunny Monday afternoon in NYC. So, my timeline on YouTube has been filled with this Monica versus Tamar versus Monica beef. I'm going to keep it real and say this. Even though I'm going to title this Tamar versus Monica, Monica really doesn't have an issue with Tamar. To be frank, I don't think Monica wakes up in the morning thinking about the woman. But I think Tamar thinks about Monica because she envies the career that Monica has. Monica has achieved a lot when she was just young. Tamar wasn't able to get a recording contract on her own until she was like in her early 20s, and that album went paint, meaning that nobody bought it. It just stood there, like it basically like leaked. It turned into liquid. Like, I'm sorry, but it was just nothing. It wasn't even lead. It didn't even go silver. Like, it did nothing. But I want to talk about this article. According to Gossip.com, it says Tamar Braxton says Monica doesn't like her. You gotta be a child or a person of a childlike mind to even say something like that. But here it goes. It says Tamar Braxton says Monica doesn't like her. In case you forgot, once upon a time, fellow singers Tamar Braxton and Monica Brown were at least cool. But now they're friends no more. Tamar once again reminded fans that she and Monica no longer associate when she sent her birthday message on Shantae Broder's Instagram page. She don't like me for whatever, but I love her and her movement, said Tamar in the comment section. First of all, she wrote she own like she don't. First of all, Tamar, I'm going to need you to study the English language. You are a 41-year-old woman, and you are acting like a ratchet hood rat that's in high school, hanging out around the girls' locker room, chomping your teeth on some Lucky Charms bubblegum. I'm done already, but we should continue. You sure you don't know that, Tamar? Back in September 2017, Tamar told Wendy Williams that Monica was one of the 3 people she unfollowed on Instagram, including Candy and Tiny Harris. Why? Because the ladies posted a clip of Toya Wright on her old show, The Real, and she felt betrayed. According to Tamar, however, she was only temporarily unfollowing the ladies, but when she went to refollow Monica, she was blocked. I don't blame Monica for blocking you. Nope, no beef. Everything's amazing, said Tamar about her relationship with Tiny. I just supported her last week with her basketball game. We hung out in Vegas. We got our entire life. I'm going to go back to the day when everybody got in their feelings and wrote books about me unfollowing them, said Tamar, subtly shading Toya Wright. I unfollowed Monica. I unfollowed Tiny. I unfollowed Candy. I unfollowed everybody that day that posted that show, The Real. I was rightfully in my feelings. It was nothing personal. Monica, wasn't even on The Real that day. I unfollowed everybody because I didn't want to see it. She added, I had every intent of following everybody back. I unfollowed at least 30 people that day. When I went to follow her back, she had blocked me. I guess Tamar thought she and Monica were cool because they were both on the Great Escape tour. But clearly, nah. What do you think about Tamar's remaining friends that she and Monica are friends? Okay, first of all, I'm going to say this. This is, like I said, high school bullshit. Y'all are grown women. Y'all are millionaires. But as much as this is so reminiscent of high school, I'm going to have to break down where this all leads to. Okay? Back around 2011, there was a young singer that was on the come up, but her career kind of stalled because she was in a relationship with a man who was a record producer. And that woman's name is K. Michelle. And she was dating somebody named Memphis, whose real name is Mickey Wright. Memphis and her, they broke up. She said he was beating her up and knocked his teeth out, even though those are teeth that he paid for. He says she exaggerated the whole claim that they just only had basically one outburst. Whether or not who is telling the truth or who's not telling the truth, what we can all agree on is that he had moved on and started dating Toya Wright. Now, Toya Wright is the ex-wife of Lil Wayne and the mother of his 20-year-old child. I believe she's now 20 or she's about to be 20, Reginae. Toya and him married. I believe they married sometime around about 2012, I believe it was. 2011, 2012. It could have been one of those years. But needless to say, K. Michelle was making claims about Memphis and Toya jumped in because all these girls were friends, such as Tiny was her friend, Shekinah was her friend, Monica was her friend, and even Tamar was friends with Toya. So the one that went harder than anybody really was Tamar. But that was because Tamar was threatened by K. Michelle, because K. Michelle was on the come up and she was a fresh face. She never came out with an album. Now, Tamar is coming back on the forefront because her sister Tony got a reality show with the whole family. So she's wilding out on the show. She's about to get her coins, and people mostly talking about her rather than her sister or her other sisters. So she feeling herself. She getting her shine on. So she's like, well, F all these girls that don't like me and don't like my friends. So she was on this whole mentality that if you didn't like my crew, I don't like you. But the only person that could have went hard at the time was Toya, because she was marrying a man who was being accused of domestic violence. Toya didn't even go hard on K. Michelle like Tamar did, because Toya didn't really feel threatened. She was just like, listen, stop lying on my husband. It didn't happen because people in the industry saying something totally different. But Tamar was so petty, she would go at this woman and was really trying to sabotage her career, so to speak. So K. Michelle, she became defensive as she was going at her back and forth. And then the industry got involved and they started, having their albums released around the same time, singles released, promotions released, having interviews, naming each other. And they was commenting, and they were both Pisces. So I hate to say it, they was really having a real good time with this on their whole little dark-sided side of their signs. But around about 2015, K. Michelle became the bigger person. It was like, you know what? I don't want to beef with this woman anymore. I just want to end it all, extend an olive branch, whatever. So they performed a duet at the BET Awards or the Soul Train Awards. And right after that, I swear, I don't care what nobody say, Tamar Braxton went downhill from there. Right after that, she had the pulmonary embolism from being on Dancing with the Stars. And then she lost the reel. Now, this is how the whole falling out began. When she lost the spot on the reel because the producers weren't feeling her acting like a gay man, what occurred was this. They would have guest stars filling in. Now, she didn't like her sister Tracy filling in. That made her real mad. But people like Toya filling in is like, wait a minute, we're kind of supposed to be cool. Now, it was alleged that they had a little falling out before, but the whole thought of her hosting the reel is what did it. So she unfollowed people. Now, I'm going to comment on that. If she's a real friend, she wouldn't have unfollowed them. All she had to do was just block the videos. She could have easily blocked them. Or she shouldn't have she should just block them, from being viewed and not went on social media. But she's so Queen Petty that she felt that everybody was out to get her. But see, this is the mentality of Tamar. You got to understand something. Tamar never had a real career. She only had a career through her sister. When she came out with her album, none of her songs even charted the top 10 on the R&B singles. K. Michelle at least was able to do somewhat of that. Okay? She was able to sell a little bit better on the R&B side, but Tamar had that one song that hit number 1 on iTunes, which I couldn't stand, and that was only because Lady Gaga co-signed for it. But her hate for Monica, or her dislike, I think she never really liked the woman. I personally believe that she has always been jealous of Monica, because let's keep it real. Monica has the career that Tamar always envied. Let's talk about Monica for a second. Monica's a girl who, at the age of 14, had the number 1 R&B single on the charts. If that single would have went number 1 on the Billboard Hot 100, and the one I'm talking about is Don't Take It Personal. If that song would have went number 1 on the Billboard Hot 100, she would have been the youngest artist to ever have her debut single hit number 1 on the Billboard Hot 100. But because it didn't do that, Britney Spears was able to acclaim that feat. And I was very angry about it because I really wanted Monica to have it, because I thought Monica's song was much better. That's who Monica is. She came out the gate on her own, not connected to any family members, just doing her own thing, and basically singing, and really a good singer. She never really liked controversy, never really embraced it, and she's just a person that likes to live out of the limelight. You got this Tamar chick, she want to be all up on the cameras, but what is your catalog? Monica has a catalog. You don't have a catalog of music. Yeah, you may have songs, but them songs ain't classics. None of them are classics. Monica got classics. So, when that being said, Monica probably looking at this shit like, you're delusional. Like, I blocked you because you stupid. It may not even be I dislike you. I just think you stupid and you're not bringing any value to my life. And I'm younger than you by 3 years, and I'm more mature than you. You understand? So, with that being said, it's your girl, Miss Analytical. I'm signing off. And I just want to share this story because I want to say that, you know, a lot of people in this entertainment industry, it's not just that they're fake. A lot of them, their brains ain't fully stacked. Their marbles are pretty much like, how they say, lost. They lost their marbles. The furniture ain't ain't even tiled up in the apartment. The elevator don't go all the way up to the brain. That's who I think Tamar is. And with that being said, this is your girl, Miss Analytical, signing off. Take care. Have a wonderful day. Later.